This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. We turn now to Gaza, where the Israeli military's blown up at least 3 high-rise residential buildings in Gaza City as Israel expands its operation to destroy the entire city and forcibly evict its population of over 1 million residents. Israel's killed 28 Palestinians so far today. Officials say another 83 were killed over a 24-hour period ending Sunday. Residents of Gaza City say there's no safe place to go.
In regard to displacement, we were displaced before to the south. There were also martyrs there and bombardment. Wherever we went, there were bombardments. From one area to another, from Rafah to Khan Yunis, from Khan Yunis to Deir al-Balah, there were bombardments everywhere. We later came here. It is all the same. All displacement is for nothing. It is enough.
This comes as Save the Children reports Israel's killed more than 20,000 Palestinian children over the past 23 months. This means at least 1 Palestinian child has been killed every hour on average by Israeli forces. The group said, quote, if the international community does not step up, an entire generation of children in Gaza will be lost, unquote. Meanwhile, another 6 Palestinians have died of starvation, bringing the total to almost 400, including 140 children who've starved to death. For more, we go to Deir al-Balah in Gaza to speak with Eyad Amawi, representative of the Gaza Relief Committee, coordinator for local NGOs based in central Gaza. He's visited Gaza City regularly over the last several days. Welcome back to Democracy Now!, Eyad. Can you just describe the scene as the Israeli military attempts to remove the entire population of Gaza City, 1 million people? The descriptions of the robots blowing up buildings are terrifying.
Yeah, thank you so much for hosting me again and again. The situation here in Gaza town, especially within the last 48 hours, the situation is worsening because the Israeli occupation announced targeting towers. Towers meaning a residential area that contains more 100 apartments. You can imagine when they hit Susi Towers yesterday, more than 200 apartments with real residential people leave it, flee in the street without any basic needs. And the surrounding area completely destroyed from the bombardment. And this is a new techniques, dynamics from the occupation to force our people to be displaced without evacuation order, something like happened before. So the situation by the bombardment for the landmarks of the Gaza, it's the baddest situation now. There's no real safe zone in Gaza town and all of the Gaza Strip. As your guest mentioned before, no free spaces remains in the south. So the Gaza town, or most of our peoples there, I witnessed, they forced to be displaced to the western part, to the coastal area, and also without tents or shelters or guarantee shelters also. And the shortage of the sweet water, it's the basic things nowadays, because the summer heat and also spreading the infectious diseases between the children especially and the elderly people also, because the crowded area is unbearable conditions here.
Schools have been turned into displacement camps, Eyad. Now, schools were supposed to open this week after summer break. Are any children in Gaza going to school?
That's a great question. There is no functioning schools remains functioning nowadays. Most of our schools have been targeted for a long time, and me and all of the international media witnessed the direct targeting for the schools. The beginning of the educational year yesterday began, and really there is no educational process launched until this moment. Just personal initiatives in the camps. They try to learn some children, not all. So there is no systematic operation functioning now, my colleague.
You talk about hunger and also right to your own family, Eyad Amawi. If you can talk about what one international agency is calling catastrophic hunger of 500,000 people. The whole population is 2 million. What exactly this means, and is aid getting to people, or people still being shot down as they try to go get food from this shadowy Israeli-American GHF, so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation?
Yeah. Look, the famine also is worsening more and more, even though the limited number of trucks entering the Gaza. Our needs is more than 600 daily needs. But what the Israeli occupation gave the permission just for 15 from our needs, 15% of our needs. So they use another way, with another dynamics, with the hidden manners to manage the famine and to increase the suffering by blockade some special nutritious food like animals, proteins and eggs and fruits and vegetables. They just entering some limited amounts of food that keep us alive with a limited amount of carbohydrates. And this is a system of starvation and a collective punishment that will increase the immune diseases for the children and also elderly people. So the famine is take another phase by another actions. By we will lose our next generations because the consequences of continuing starving the children for more than 700 days. So in all of our human appeals here to call of the international community to do interventions, to let trucks entering freely without Israeli occupation restrictions. Because our children, we have no time to save their lives after the 150 days of strongest siege over them.
And what about the role of the United States? How critical is this? You have Netanyahu continuing his corruption trial. Many are saying he's continuing the war on Gaza to make it difficult to finish this trial. The significance of the U.S. pressure on Israel.
Yeah. We hope here as humanitarian workers and NGOs coordinators at all, there is some real pressure over Netanyahu government and the Israeli occupation government. Without real pressure, the genocide here will not stop. Look, we heard a lot of promises for a long time before to bring peace for Gaza. Until this moment, I heard the bombardment and they hit it and order a new evacuation for new towers. Now, in this moment, when I talk to you, they send a new order for a new tower. So we hope that the new talks and the statements of the official of the America to get more insist over Netanyahu to stop the genocide, because we have no time, I mentioned before. And also Netanyahu government and the Israeli people there must deal with the Palestinian here in Gaza as a civilians and increase the pressure over Netanyahu to stop the genocide and transfer the captives and the hostages. All of the things must end now. As a human being, the most priority is the life of the civilians here. It's enough.
Eyad Amawi, I want to thank you for being with us. Representative Gaza Relief Committee Coordinator for local NGOs based in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. Thanks for watching Democracy Now! On YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And for more of our audience-supported journalism, go to democracynow.org, where you can download our news app, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the daily podcast, and so much more.